Hi there.
Hi, Kelvin.
It's lovely to have a chance to have a little conversation with you about the area of the practice that you run and lead, which is Servicenow. And for me, I'm quite interested in understanding Servicenow as a tool set for the future, because Servicenow, hugely popular as a tool set in a lot of industries, etc. A lot of changes coming in that space, huge amount of change. I'm just wondering what you're seeing from our customers and clients and what their demand is around those changes for how their tool set supports their changing business practices.
Yeah. So a lot going on, as you can imagine. The Servicenow Platform, as you know, is very broad and has a lot of capability and functionality that's been used for many years, and it's matured with every release, and they do 2 major releases a year. And there's a roadmap, and there's an awful lot of information up on the various websites, particularly Servicenow. So it's not about diving into that, but from a customer standpoint, we're finding there's a number of areas that are still of interest. Always an interest, the automation and orchestration, and how they can improve those processes and the business process, not just IT, but across the enterprise, are driven and supported. Very much still on a drive to automate that and simplify them. And so, like any implementation we do, we push the out the box functionality. We adopt what's there already, and we challenge back if customers are trying to customize or configure that takes it away from that. So we challenge back. But where we're really finding interest is around CMDB. Still a big topic, massive topic. Data structure, data models, and getting that data into the platform to support the processes that our clients are adopting. So that's always a hot topic. It's never gone away, and it's so important to get that right. Everything pins off of the CMDB. So that's as important on any project we're involved in, no matter how big or small that happens to be. And we do a lot of integration work, so a lot of feeds coming in and things like that. But there's a couple of areas that I think are really hitting the spot at the moment. One is around the governance and regulatory and compliance area. Operational resiliency is a top subject at the moment, so there's a lot of work going in and around that, and what Servicenow can do in that space, and using some of the functionality that comes in the integrated risk management application family, and we're getting involved in that. But what we're finding is there's still some limitations. It's not going deep enough for some of the clients, and what we're working well with is those clients that we can translate a business requirement into a technical solution, and we're working really well with some of those clients to translate what they need from a GRC perspective and what the tool can do, because there's sometimes a mismatch in what that can do. And one particular area that's fallen out of our discussions over the last 12 to 18 months is around sort of end user developed applications is one particular area. So we've built our own application that runs what we call a UDA app that tracks and monitors and manages those. We worked with a client that had over 10,000 UDAs, and they're not controlled, they're not managed, and some of those, although they're quite small, can hold quite important data. And so having control on that from a regulatory standpoint is really important. So that's been going on for sort of a year and a half, and we've got a great solution around that. The other area of focus, quite rightly, in the world we live in, is around ESG, being sustainable, and the environment and all that comes with it, and quite rightly, we all need to be making a difference there. But we've worked with a market leading partner in this space who do some fantastic stuff with environmental recycling and how the end of life journey works with assets, and their data, we've worked with them to draw the data that they have around carbon footprint and the weight of items and how that can affect the decision making process within organisations. So we've We've built an application that takes that data from our partner. We also take manufacturer data and internal data, and we've created an ESG application that presents that data up to the up to board level, and it allows people to make informed decisions by presenting that right data. And I think that's so important that Servicenow has that capability. But the informed decisions in the ESG space can be as simple as what company cars to have, because if you can track what the CO2 is, you can then take it through, and it can be an informed decision. But also when you start looking at your suppliers, what IT equipment you're using, understanding the environmental impact of its manufacture, how you operate it, and how you then ultimately get rid of it, becomes a really important factor in that decision making. It's not always about cost and whether it's capable, but whether it's impacting the environment. And so we're seeing a lot of conversations around that. And it's a breath of fresh air. I've come from service management, another change, another incident, a request, and things like that. So to do this sort of stuff and be able to use the Servicenow platform for that is fantastic.
Okay, thank you very much for that. That's really interesting.